Hello everyone, welcome to the 44th live coin news video that we've done this year. I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone has had a good collecting week. Our week has been so it was very busy actually. It was very busy last week with the mint releases, the new mint sets, the new proof sets, and the train folder. It's good busy though, it wasn't out of control, which was good. Of course, as Aaron has so rightly pointed out, I'm now the second most famous person at the Purple Penny. Catherine appeared on Channel 7 News last night. I'll talk more about that later. I thought just before we get started I would just show off a little buy that we had. Now, some of you might have seen a post on our Facebook page on Friday of one of the ACDC dies. It was a prize that you could win as part of the ACDC release last year. The person who brought it in, he's a lovely man. He really just brought it in to show us, and he had some questions about some other things. And I was really quite amazed to see the ACDC die, because I've never seen a largely intact Royal Australian Mint die before, and I must admit it gave me goosebumps. It was that impressive. I asked him if it was for sale. He said no. So I said, well, do you mind if I make you an offer? And he said, yeah, sure. So I did. And he came in at about 3 o'clock and said, okay, I'll sell it. So here it is. So it's a gentleman who lives not far from the shop here in Mawson Lakes. He won this as part of the competition for the ACDC release. It's the, let me just think, not even sure what coin it is actually. That's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, it's one of the ACDC coloured 20-cent coin dies. It's got a certificate of authenticity on the bottom there from the RAM. And the die itself hasn't been defaced that you can't see the design anymore, but I suspect what they've done is machined most of the relief off of the die so that you can't sort of break it out and strike new coins with it. But there you go, it's an ACDC coloured 20-cent piece die. Is it ball breaker? I don't know. Hang on a second. Not very prepared this morning. Yes, it is ball breaker. Well done, Aaron. Yeah, ball breaker. There's the coin that it comes from there. So that was our buy of the week. I was quite amazed when it came in. I was quite amazed when the gentleman came back in and sold it to us. And yeah, that's one for the pool room. I don't think we'll be letting that one go anytime soon. Right, so I'll just say a quick hello to people that are here. Hello Mike, John, Aaron. Yes, Aaron, that's correct. I'm the second, the least famous person of the Purple Penny now. Matthew, Ben, Brendan, Gwen, Brett, Sean, Kimmy, Scott, Trent, Michael, Tracy, Ash. There's a bunch of people here today. There's Gary Tate. Hello Alan. Hello Peter, Sarah, Tanya, and Paul Spink. So hello everyone. Thanks for saying hello. Hey Dave, how you going? Let's jump into the news for the week. I haven't got a topic of the day today. I've got a few bits and pieces to talk about. So the mint releases happened last week. There was the annual proof and mint sets, or uncirculated coin sets, released, and then the first of the steam powered 50-cent coloured coins. Now, I thought I'd just have a bit of a whinge about some of these products. So the mint set is now coming in this new I might just take this slide away. The mint set's now coming in the new hard case plastic with the cardboard sleeve. I've taken the cardboard sleeve off of this one. Now, these were first issued with the Air Heroes coins last year, and look, it's not bad. My two issues with it or three issues I should say. One is that the cardboard sleeve. The cardboard sleeve has been modified a little bit with a thumb cut out to get the coins out, be able to get the insert out of it, which is better. It's still difficult. But really, it's really heavy. Okay, so unfortunately for us, it means that it's no longer able to be posted as a letter, so the postage cost is higher. Now, I know that there are people that are posting these as a letter for sort of $5 or something, but A, it's overweight, and B, because it's hard plastic now, this can be trodden on and broken really easily if you send in a package with no padding. But really the thing that irks me about it is the fact that you can get these cases open. Okay, you can just put your fingernail down the side and pop these cases open and get the coins out. So that's troubling for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it means that, on the secondary market, you don't know what you're getting with these things anymore, because the coins could have been opened and touched, and it means that, us as dealers, when they come in, we need to inspect every one now, and we inspected the quality of the packaging previously, but now we actually need to look at the coins. From a sort of an error collecting point of view, it's the end of mint set errors, which is really sad. It means there's no more mint set errors, because anyone can pop them open and put coins in them and things like that. On the plus side, I guess they're a bit more robust, and if you're someone who likes to take the coins out and send them to PCGS, it is much easier than having to cut open the old sets. I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't feel like it's a step forward. I probably would prefer... I almost feel like we're back in the sort of PVC wallet days with this sort of stuff, which is a bit disappointing. Now, the proof sets come in... All of the mint product now is coming in this sort of recycled bamboo packaging. My really only problem with this is that I don't understand how they put the price up. The old mint proof sets came in sort of a wooden box, quite a heavy wooden box. It looked like it had a lot of material cost and labour cost in it. Now we get these things in this bamboo packaging, which I think environmentally is a lot better, but I'm baffled about the fact that they've put the price up of these $5 over the old packaging. I would have thought the price should go down. The other challenging thing with them is that they're quite difficult to get in and out of the boxes now. So, but I think the bamboo packaging overall is an improvement. So what did well in the releases this week is the train coin, of course, the train coin in the folder. There's a bit of confusion about that. The mintage of the coin is 20,000. I believe that 15,000 folders have been issued with coins in them, so there's about 5,000 coins on cards still to be issued. We've been told that they are delayed. We don't know when they're going to be released, and that the number that we get are going to be small. I did say I thought it was a good coin. It's a well-designed coin. I think that the folder is really nice. The way it holds the coins is really nice. The information that it displays is really nice. I feel like that's a really good product, and the subject material is excellent. You can't go wrong with trains, and 50 cent is a good denomination. So if you manage to get your hands on the train folder, well, good on you. Still, I would be chasing them down and making sure I got the whole set if you don't have one. So second bit of news is, of course, that Catherine appeared on Channel 7 News last night in their flashback segment, looking back at the release of the dollar coin in 1984. They were in the shop here filming a couple of weeks ago. We couldn't have been happier with the way that the story turned out. There was one sort of dicky edit that almost came across as a bit of misinformation, but the information that we relayed to the reporter, he conveyed that perfectly in his voiceover. He didn't do anything wrong, so I couldn't have been happier with Channel 7. Michael Smith was the reporter. Highly recommended. It was a good story. Catherine looked fantastic, and thank goodness it wasn't my face that was there. So if you could manage to see that here in Adelaide, great. If not, I've posted up a link on our Facebook page to the Channel 7 video. The Mint has announced their next set of releases, and there they are there. We're on to the 2022 baby product. So we've got a proof set and a mint set. The baby mint set has both of the sets have specially designed coins. All of the coins are special designs, which is the first time I think that's happened in a baby set. The mint set will be in this sort of plastic packaging. The proof set's going to be in the bamboo packaging that I showed you before. The mintages of those are unlimited. They'll be made to demand. The other releases are the 50th anniversary of Tamworth Music Festival releases. The 50-cent coin is an off-metal coin, and then there's a selectively gold-plated silver coin as well. The design is okay. The topic matter is okay. I'm not sort of hugely excited by it, but the silver coin has a very low mintage and a very low wholesale allocation, so if you're into sort of speculating on things, then those silver coins could be quite difficult to get your hands on. As always, if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, you can just contact us and we'll put your name down and we may be able to secure some of those for you. Right, just a couple of bits of coin news from around the internet. Over the period of 20 years, a man in England has found 131 Anglo-Saxon gold coins in his back paddock, which I think is quite remarkable. They're all gold. They've all just been declared treasure by the UK coroner and will be sold to a local museum, and the man will reap half of the benefits of that sale. I believe that a few years ago, some metal detectorists actually raided his land and illegally detected some coins on his property, and I think one of them might have even gone to jail doing that, which is a big no-no. And the other thing that's popped up in the UK this week is there seems to be a muled £2 coin getting about. The 2014 Kitchener £2 coin, which is the 100 years of since World War I coin. There's some of them getting around with no dates on them. So if you have any of those because you've been to the UK, it's worth having a look at them to see if the date's missing. So that's the news for this week. Now, I didn't have a topic of the week, so I thought I'd do a couple of things, a couple of sort of smaller topics that people have asked me to cover over the last couple of months. The first one is these. So, coin gloves, or cotton gloves. We sell these in the shop. There's like so much in coin collecting, there seems to be people that have opinions on these things that border on fanatical. Why do you use them? You use them to try and keep your greasy fingers off of coins that could result in toning. You got oils on your fingers and they're acidic, and if they sort of sit on the surface of the coin, you can certainly result in coins that get toned, especially with aluminium bronze coins and bronze coins. Now, I don't use them. I very rarely ever use them, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that you only have to handle a few coins with these before the end of those gloves get dirtier than the end of your fingers. So when do I use them? I use a clean pair when we are breaking open rolls of usually aluminium bronze coins, so $2 coins or dollar coins, simply because I just want to be a little bit more careful with them, but it's probably only 2 or 3 times a year that I would do that. The rest of the time, I handle the coins by their edges, and I make sure that I've got clean hands, and I handle the coins by the edges. And what do I mean by handling by the edges? I mean handling them like that, okay? And if you ever come in here and see me sorting out coins on our front counter, I pick them all up that way, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's a heavily circulated 50-cent piece or a sovereign. I pick them all up by the edges. Now, if you want to wear gloves, by all means, wear gloves, but they don't solve all of the world's problems. Undoubtedly, most people are more clumsy when they're wearing gloves, and for smaller coins, they are almost impossible to pick up 5-cent pieces and things like that. And make sure that the gloves are clean. And think about when you're using them. So as I've already said, Catherine and I will tend to use them when we're breaking open rolls of $2 coins and dollar coins, because aluminium bronze is quite reactive. And I see that Peter Andrews has said that he looks through $2 coins with gloves on, and that's a similar sort of thing. But, you know, if you're sorting through bulk coins, or you're handling mint product, or, you know, examining coins for grading and things like that, I would probably not use them unless you have real problems keeping your fingers off of the coin. So think about how you pick up your coins. Pick them up by the edges like this, okay? Don't handle them like that. Don't sort of pick them up like that off of the table. Grab them by the edge, all right? And if you watch grading videos that NGC and PCGS put out, their graders don't handle them with gloves either, because they're too hard to manipulate. When the coins are in gloves, they're too hard to manipulate, and it's too easy to drop them. So that's topic number one. Gloves, yeah, they're all right, but just think about when you're using them. So the second topic that I was going to cover today was these sorts of carded things that the Mint is putting out now. So, you know, we've got the credit card sized holders that 50-cent pieces are on and dollar coins are on, especially the ANDA releases, and the new train coin, it's on like a credit card size thing. And then you get this bigger format packaging. You know, there's commemorative dollars. All the C Mint Mark $2 coins are on these things now. You know, how do you store them? And it is a real challenge, because the Mint is continually changing the size of these things. So, you know, what might work one year is not going to work the next year. So the credit card sized coins, and I just don't have one here at the moment, I find that the trading card pages work really well for those. So Ultra Pro make a trading card album page which has got 6 pockets on it, and those credit card size holders fit nicely into those. The Ultra Pro pages are polypropylene. They're quite safe. I guess if you're putting older credit card sized holded coins in them, don't put them in their PVC wrappers, because they often shipped with a PVC wrapper. Take the PVC wrapper out off of it and store the card separately. How do you match them up together? Well, in our collections, when coins and boxes can't be stored together, we put a number on both, and run a little note that says there's a box for this with this number on it, or there's a coin for this with this number on it, so we can match them back up again. For sort of bigger things like this, you could think about banknote pages, like 1C or 2C banknote pages, which are kind of okay. The only trouble is that these things are really slippery, and they fall out quite easily. So what Catherine and I have really started doing here in the shop is, Catherine is been buying a whole bunch of these different size polyethylene bags, and they're archival safe. They've got a little adhesive bit on it so you can seal them up, and we just pop the things into those. The bags themselves are quite cheap. I think she just buys them all off of eBay, and she buys all sorts of different sizes. We've got them all sorted out into, say, mint set sizes, carded coin sizes, slab sizes, and we pop everything into those. What do you do with those afterwards? Put them in a shoebox, put them in a Tupperware container, something like that. I think that once they're in those bags, and then if you use some moisture absorbers in the Tupperware containers or the shoeboxes or whatever, then these things are going to be safe forever. I think they'll be fine. Again, the challenge is what if there's a PVC wrapper that goes around this, especially with Australia Post PNCs and things. Again, store the PVC wrapper somewhere else, and when it comes time to sell your collection or move it on or whatever, go and match up the bags with the products again. It's not too difficult. I guess from an environmental point of view, all these plastic bags are fairly horrific, but there's kind of no getting around it, and you do want your coins to come out of storage the same way that they went in. So thank you to Lord Blackwood for asking me to talk about gloves. He asked me to talk about that a few weeks ago. And then we had a gentleman last week that rang up on the phone, and I forgot to take his name down to ask about the storage of these sorts of things, because he was really struggling with this sort of stuff. So thank you to those two gentlemen for asking me those questions. It's always good to get some feedback from people. Right, let's have a look at some comments here. So Mike Ellery says that he just uses one glove. So Mike Ellery's taken the Michael Jackson approach. There's nothing wrong with that. Glennis, hello, welcome. Alison saying we could use plastic food gloves to handle. Could we handle plastic food gloves? In theory, yes, but you'd want them to be clean. That's the challenge, and often they put like talc on them to lubricate them to make them easier to get on, and I guess you'd want to make sure that there was no talc on the outside surfaces. Probably not. I don't know. It's not something that probably I would do, is using rubber gloves with them. So. Sarah is saying thanks for the tips on the carded coins. Yeah, that's all right. Always happy to provide advice on storage of coins. Right, that's it for this week. We don't have a topic of the week. I thought, as I said, we'd just do some bits and pieces this week. Thank you everyone for watching. Happy collecting. Stay safe this week. South Australia will hopefully open up in a couple of weeks, and Catherine and I will be able to go somewhere, which we're looking forward to doing. Coming up to the run up for Christmas. Don't leave Christmas shopping to the last minute, especially if you're thinking coins, because postage is slow at the moment. And everyone, have a great week. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay well, and be good. Bye, everyone.